morning. Finally, this thing is ready to pop so you can see me. Good morning. How are you? It's Wednesday, the 21st of January. This January is long, very long. It's a long January, and if you pay attention to me, this January is very thought-provoking for me. Well, I want this 2026 to be the year of redemption. If you want to redeem, you have to tell yourself some truths, and you've got to deal with some things, and they are all here for me to deal with this month. You don't run from them. You suck it up and you deal with it. But I want to talk to you as your general on the ascendancy, and I want to talk to you about building assets. I think majority of people I deal with already know that it is assets that will make you wealthy or not, but assets are misconstrued very easily. I heard this when I was a young kid, and one of the best assets at the time when I asked was brick and mortar. So we bought property, we own a few, but I can tell you that at the moment, 2 of those properties are liabilities. They are not assets. One particularly is sitting idle. I can't sell it, I can't use it. It is a liability. So it's not just merely the brick and mortar. Hey, Fimi Tins, how you doing? Fimi, it's so good to see you. Hello. Yeah. Happy New Year. I don't think I've seen you this New Year. Happy New Year, my dear. It is not about the brick and mortar. You've got to look at the assets, and you've got to make sure that the assets are saleable and scalable. It took me a while to understand the assets that can earn. A car, the way I have it at the moment, is not necessarily an asset. It's predominantly a liability, because it costs me to run it. Okay, maybe it's a means of transport to my main job, but I can go in a taxi. If we are looking at just the means of transport to my main job, I could have gone with a taxi, and it would cost me significantly less, I think, to go in a taxi. The fact that I am in a car is a convenience that is quite expensive. And so right now, I'm not really convinced that this is an asset. But if you used your car as an Uber car, so maybe if I went to work, came back, and I also drove Uber, or I did DoorDash, or whatever else you do, medical supplies delivery. There are so many things that people do with cars at the moment. If I used my car for those things, then the car is an asset, because the car is earning a stream of income for me. Okay? If the car becomes central to an earning stream, then the car is an asset. The game changes. One of the things I have found in my pursuit of assets, because I do want to be wealthy, like I said, I listened, I bought property, I found that wasn't it. I tried buying a car, that isn't it. I tried a lot of things that are not quite it, and then eventually I have discovered what is it. The saleable assets that I have found do the best are the assets that are situated in service, or assets that are able to deliver the service in your absence. Courses, instructionals, community building that helps people to solve a problem. The solutions to people's problems, whatever state that is in. That is the assets you want. Those are the assets that will stream income, that will change your life. And if those assets are able to be passive in their stream, those assets are able to work whilst you are not there. If a person is able to jump on and use something in your absence, a person is able to do something, you build a software and people can use that software independent of you. You build a course, people can get in those courses independent of you. Then you have created a scalable venture. And all you need is to market that and get more people to know about it, more people to realize it's the solution to their problems. And that is the beginning of the solution to your problem. That is the beginning of wealth creation for you. So Alex Hormozi, for example, used to run gyms. And then he went and bought school. Promoted the hell out of school.com. Doing really well. Doing really, really well. I know people who've gone down that route. I'm down that route myself. And yeah, in the last 8 years, I have tried so many things. I have tried digital products. The reason why digital products, although they could be assets, are not exactly my favorite thing to do is because you have a distribution problem. You rely on the post, and where I am, it is expensive to get things out. Sometimes what a person bought for you is itself not very expensive, but the postage to get it out is expensive, and so it makes your products very expensive. It makes it very difficult for you to remain competitive. Yeah, there are models that may help you to be able to do that. There are models that can help. Different models that could help you. But really, when I thought about all those models, I realized that digital assets, the ones that people don't need postage on, as soon as they buy, their logins and everything is done for them. And they are able to... Tony, Happy New Year, bro. It's been a long time. It's good to see you. This Facebook does not distribute my videos effectively, you know? Nah? Good to see you too. So yeah, I'm telling you my learning over the last... I began this journey in 2010. So that's 16 years ago. I failed to understand in 2010, and so I failed to execute. And in 2013, I called time on the whole thing. I did. Then I returned in 2017. So really, this focused effort is from 2017. Since 2017, I have really tried a lot of things. I have learned a lot of things. So I am giving you my learning over 16 years, at least. In this 16 years that I have been in this space, and I have been learning all these things and trying to execute on wealth, I have realized that digital assets are the best things to do because they have minimal logistical problems. You don't have distribution issues, especially if you are able to automate access. A person buys, and as soon as they buy, your system avails what they need. The emails and logins and all these things are generated automatically and sent to this person. You do not need to speak to the client. You just need to do the marketing, to source the clients, make sure that the product is top notch from the beginning. And once you have created it once, you can then go and chill. This January, I am in the business of creating so many things. And one of the so many things that I'm doing is creating courses. And I'm creating all those digital assets, and then next month my focus is on marketing those things, making sure that people know about me and the products that I've got. And when you are able to market and do it effectively and get large numbers of people using your solution to solve their problems, their payments to you will drip in, and the drip will become a significant amount that will change a lot of things for you. The trickle in could be a game changer for you. Yeah. But I'm not a teacher. You don't need to be a teacher. And it's not always courses. Like I said, software is becoming a thing, especially now that AI is here. And AI can help many of you create softwares. There are so many problems. There are many people who cannot budget. There are many people who cannot keep track of their receipts. There are many people who cannot keep track of their certificates. There are many people who cannot keep track of their weight loss, their weight. There are many people who don't know what to eat. They don't know what medication to have. They don't know where to source medication. They don't know, they don't have, they don't do. Well, each of those don't know, don't do, don't have is a huge potential for you to devise a solution to. Many people still do not even know how to use Excel sheets. You can have templates. I know people who have made a lot of money creating templates and selling them on Canva. Yeah, they create Canva templates and they sell Canva templates, and they have made significant money selling Canva templates. Yeah. You can solve people's problems, and if you learn to solve people's problems using simple tools, that you can wash and sell, rinse and repeat, you can do very well for yourself. I'm telling you because I found a couple of emails where people yesterday were quite frustrated because they can't figure out, everybody says the millionaires of the next century are being made, but I don't know how to. Okay, this is my gift to you. Pull your mirror and go sit in front of it. Stare at yourself and ask you who you are and what you bring to the table. What do you know how to do? What are you really good at? Are other people really good at that thing also? No? You probably will find that the thing that you are an expert in is unique to you. And because that thing is unique to you, other people will not be able to do that thing as effectively as you do. Well, the system you have is now a solution for those people. Sell it to them. Petal, sell it to them. You are a hairdresser extraordinaire. I can tell you, I do not know hair. I don't understand hair. I cannot dress my own hair. You have a formula for growing the roots of people's hair. Especially if you can regrow the breakage that most of us have here. If the hair or oil you make is able to strengthen black people's hair and stop breakage, we will troop and we will buy, Elena, and we will use. And as we troop and buy and use and re-recommend, you will find that $20, $10, times 10 is $200. $20 times 100 is $2,000. If you can sell 1,000 now, you are getting to crazy money, aren't you? Good morning, Mika. Yeah, that is how people make money. Find something they are really good at. Select of the things that you are really good at. I'm very good at scrubbing my bathroom, but that is of no use to the rest of you. And even if the rest of you wanted me to scrub your bathroom for you, 24 hours, how many bathrooms can I scrub? But if I am able to take that skill and I can convert it to creating a bathroom cleaning product that you spray, rinse, and the whole thing is scrubbed. I got me a new spray product about 6 weeks ago. It has transformed my ability to scrub my shower. This morning I scrubbed my shower before I had a shower. What did I do? Spray, went to brush my teeth, came back, and all I needed to do was to use a long brush. I did not even need to bend over. A long brush, and the dirt was gone. Yeah, I will continue to buy that product. I will recommend that product to people. Large numbers of people will also buy that product. They will use that product. The maker of that product will make money. It will trickle in. And unless somebody comes up with something better, I shall be buying that product faithfully for the foreseeable future. And that is an asset that will bring wealth to the owner. The owner of that asset is going to be the owner of the wealth. The sales rep in his company are just going to get a salary. The production line workers are going to get a salary. Everybody else around this product is going to get a salary. The one who is going to get wealth, the full complement of the wealth, is the asset owner. And that's what you want to be, the asset owner. What most of us don't understand, so most people are hairdressers and they just focus on the hair. And I can do 10 people hair in a day. That's not scalable. So that's not what you do. Have a look at the hair that you do and have a think about the products you use for hair. You understand enough. A hairdresser friend of mine was explaining how to make oils to me. And she was explaining it to me so I can go and do it for myself. I'm like, girl, did you just realize that what you have is a blueprint for making this product and for selling this product to other people? You should. You should work on that. You should make this product. And you should sell this product in large numbers to large quantities of people because you actually do understand. Arafat, Patricia, and Gina, good morning. Good morning. Mika, good morning, bro. Hi, Getty. So, in order for you to become wealthy, you must own assets. Yeah, Naneji, in order to own assets, that work, you must study the environment. The assets that convert are the assets that solve problems for large numbers of people. And especially if you want to sustain that wealth, you've got to make sure that you don't have competitors and that you are better than your competitors. If you can be the only gay in the village, you will do well. But if there are other gays in the village, you've got to be the best gay in the village. It's that simple. Nika, it's that simple. So this person honking, what do you want us to do? Fly over other people? Well, feel free to fly over me then. This honker. This annoying honker this morning. Anyway, these videos are meant to help you get ideas. I'm not expecting that you will come back to me and the hairdresser. If you want to sit with me in consultation, you've got to book a consultation to come talk to me. Okay? We cannot do free consultations for the masses in my inbox. I just haven't got the capacity to do so. No, this is not going to be a 5-minute conversation when you are looking to find out what you are going to do to make money. It's not a 5-minute consultation. Even an hour may not be enough. We might have to do that and you go and do some work. But this is the stimulus material for you. You don't need to consult me to do the next stages really. But after this video finishes, I want you to go and sit with a big piece of paper and ask yourself who you are and what do you bring to the table. Of the things you bring to the table, which one is your particular strength? Of your particular strengths, which one solves a problem that many people have? Can you work on that? Your grandmother has a special recipe. That is a special thing. Can you produce that thing which your grandmother has? And can you produce it in batch? Can you distribute it and have people sell it for you and people enjoy your grandmother's special recipe? A lot of the products in your local supermarket started from there. Yeah. Yeah. Sheila. You need to go and sit down and identify that which is your special strength. When you identify your special strength, it may not necessarily be in a format that is deliverable to the masses. If it is not in that format, you've got to work on it. To get it in that format. When you get it in the right format, promotion is your next thing. You need to promote the life out of it. And after you've done some promotion, well, win-win is our game. As I'm talking to you, if you really read... Sheila, how you doing? Sheila, you and I, we meet here and then we don't follow up. The last time you were here, you said you'd book an appointment so we can meet, but I haven't seen you. I don't want you to fall in the cracks, Sheila. So come, book an appointment and let's meet. Okay? All right. I want this 2026 to be a year that I affect your life directly. And this video I'm making should actually be a trigger that sends a lot of you down a cascade to change your lives. If you do the activity I'm asking you to do and you follow it through, you will come up with something that you can put on the market. Something that the market needs, that you produce. And you refine what you do to make sure that it's the market leader. The minute you have a market leading product, you are off. So Sheila, first thing to do is to sit and find out what Sheila is about. What does Sheila have? What does Sheila do? Did your grandmother give you a recipe? Does your mom do something very special? Have you observed something unique? Have you figured out what grows hair? What is good for skin? What is good for diabetes? And a lot of these things, they are problems you have. You may have an autistic kid and you figured out the things that autistic children should be fed and should not fed. The things that should be fed and should not be fed to autistic children, you figured it out. Well, you can create a line Adelma, that is special food for autistic children. I'm sure many parents with autistic children are tired of cooking all their children meals because you cannot give them the regular stuff. It contains additives that don't do well for these kids. But if you could guarantee them that you've made food that does not contain these hurtful additives, and it's produced under controlled conditions, and parents can buy it and give their kids, and they can see evidence that yes, indeed, you haven't added those additives because the children are not demonstrating some of the adverse effects of these additives. Guess what? They will buy from you. And when they buy from you, guess what? Money will trickle in. Augustina, imagine a person finds your product when their autistic child is 3. They will buy that product for the foreseeable future. And they will recommend more people to buy your product. And more people will recommend more people to buy your product. And they will do so for an extended period of time. Well, that's wealth. Let me do the numbers for you. You have a $20 product. 10 people buy it. It's $200. 100 people buy it. 2,000 people. When 1,000 people buy your product, you are at 20,000. Now that is game-changing money. And if you can get that 1,000 people to buy it every month, imagine that you get 10,000 people to buy your product every month. That is where things become insane. Yeah. And if you do so over a sustained period of time, you're doing really well. So go sit down and find out about you. Me, when I did that exercise, I found one thing about me that was my strength. I can teach French to monkeys without speaking a word of French. I can teach. I can explain. I can motivate. I can encourage. I'm good at it, even though I say so myself. Yes, I do. But if I sit in my classroom alone, how many people can I teach from my classroom? Nope, I needed to find a way to take that skill, to package it so that it can be deliverable to large numbers of people everywhere. That's why I went down the course creation pathway. I create courses, and initially I started creating live courses, and I still realized that I was trading time for money. Trading time for money is not a wealth builder because it's not scalable. So I went for the recorded courses. Yes, that became my superpower. The recorded courses allows me to do the work once and to continuously sell it, and to be able to sell it to large numbers of people. Yeah. Vuyelwa, how are you doing? Some of your names are very interesting, you know. Yeah. Anyway, I have arrived. I'm going to serve, but I hope that this small episode give some of you at least nuggets that you can chew on. At least that this is a conversation starter for some of you. And it helps you to identify what your most valuable product should be. It's your MVP. There are a lot of people who run courses on helping you to identify your MVP. If you want me to help you to do so, then come and find me. Good morning. How are you? But yeah, after this conversation, you should be at the MVP identification stage. You identify your MVP. The minute you find your MVP, you are in. with the chance to produce it, to market it, and change your life. May this dream be yours. I pray that your consultations and your deliberations lead you to what will change your life sooner rather than later. And I look forward to the testimonies that you can share. I'll speak to you later. Bye.